nicely with the Phoenix and leaving one Phoenix behind here for some reason. So yeah, the Phoenix is doing a good job, and we will probably see that this is going to be very significant for the rest of the game. Picking up some of these roaches, or well, one so far, but yeah, he really needs to make sure that his Phoenixes don't get picked off by these spore crawlers, because the spore crawlers are completely useless against the rest of the army. So as long as they're useless, it's fine to that they're there. But yeah, he really needs to make sure that they keep being useless. And he is going to try to pick off a little bit more. Yeah, the spore crawlers were removed here, or one of them was removed. So he still has a little bit of free reign in this base, and yeah, all in all, doing a very good job of harassing with these Phoenixes. Phoenixes really strong units since they can pick up stuff. And yeah, that makes them very good in large numbers. They do require quite a bit of micromanagement. And yeah, we see the roaches coming in here. A big amount of roaches. I don't know how many there are, but quite a few. It's about 15 or so. But it seems that this army is well equipped to handle that. None of them actually reaching the mineral line because of these Phoenixes, as well as, well, just the general army. And Void Rays coming out now. With the Void Rays, yeah, let's see the workers killed. It's 12 to 18 now. Yeah, I want to say that this is the amount of that the blue player killed. Yeah, that seems right. So the blue player actually still ahead in the amount of workers killed, but in the end it doesn't matter, because it's all about when you kill them and how you kill them. The fact that he killed them early game is way more significant than late game kills of workers, because in the late game, really, yeah, most players have enough minerals to support their army. Obviously, it's better to have a bigger army always, but in general, it doesn't matter too much. Whereas the early game harass can be quite devastating to the rest of your build, and we are just following around these Phoenixes a little bit. So there are 5 bases now up for our Zerg player. And he has a total of 93 drones, well, now 92, but against the 60 probes. And yeah, that is a significant advantage. Obviously, Zerg always have an advantage, but this is quite a big advantage. And lifting up the Hydra, still not losing these Phoenixes, which is quite impressive. And yeah, we do see the army take down this base. Yeah, I didn't follow that, but I'm still trying to get the hang of how SC2 matches actually, actually run. And it seems that I have to follow the army rather than the harass. Although sometimes the harass is more important than the actual army, because the army, yeah, it's not as significant. Picking off workers can be more significant than trading armies sometimes. Especially in, for example, Zerg versus Protoss, Zerg versus Terran, where if you have a few Zerglings loose in the mineral line, and we see a new hatchery being built, but a few Zerglings in the mineral line, or a few, yeah, I want to say Hellions, but yeah, that's it. A few Hellions in the mineral line will do way more damage than yeah, large army just 2 large armies just facing off, because, well, some of those units can actually wreak havoc on the enemy minerals and the enemy resource intake, and that can be quite significant. What's this thing? Oh, it's the neutral supply depot that's lighting up. So anyhow, big wave of these corruptors now on the map. They're not going to do anything yet, except, well, morph into brute lords later on, but and they can use the corruptor ability. Corruption. Damage taken by 20%. Yeah, that's quite significant actually. I've never seen them use that, but I saw them use it now, so apparently it is used. I just never see it. Anyhow, yeah, there's a an observer floating there, and yeah, the with the overseer, he actually got revealed, and this army is really not good against those corruptors because the void rays as well as the colossus will actually go down to these corruptors, and only the stalkers are there to avoid that. And yeah, we see that. Oh wow, brute lords coming in now. Brute lords not as good against the void rays, but yeah, still plenty of things available to deal with those. But yeah, now there is no support anymore for these brute lords, and the brute lords are getting taken out by the void rays. Void rays just able to pick them off one by one, while the rest of the army focuses on the ground support. And that was a huge victory for our Protoss player here, able to pick off this base now, and probably going to pick off this base as well before it goes mining, and this base because, well, he's just near here. But he is going to realize that 4 o'clock base is up, and wow, that really took like 4 seconds to take down. That took no time at all. So all of these drones now having to go somewhere else. And yep, this base is down, and already the surrender. There was really nothing the Zerg player could do. That victory in the middle where he lost all of his brute lords was really the point where it was just over. I mean, 5 bases versus 3, and this may actually, yeah, this base was coming up. We saw that, but it was just not good enough, and he couldn't sustain his army with just the bases he had. All the bases were still mining, so yeah, except for this one, obviously. He just took that out. But as I said, this base would have gone down pretty much instantly, and this base would be next, and without his hive and these buildings would be very hard to come back, if not impossible. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. GG.